morning to all. Welcome to the E-class of Default School, Baripada. Good morning, children. How are you all, children? Children, I Tapas sir. From today onwards, I am going to teach you science. Today, I am going to teach science root for class 3 students. Today's lesson is lesson number 8, and this lesson is in your annual exam course. So, children, please listen this video attentively at home and try to understand what I am teaching in this lesson. Today's lesson is water and weather. Today's lesson is water and weather. Let's start the lesson, children. States of water. Water exists in 3 different states: solid, liquid, gas. We know water exists in 3 forms. One is solid form, that is ice. One is liquid form, that is water, liquid water, and another is gaseous form, that is water vapor. Rain is a liquid state of water. The water is liquid state is found in many places. You see liquid water coming out of drain when it rains and running into a river. Pure liquid water is free of salt, rock, soil and garbage. Ice, snow and frost an example of water in solid form. Water we can see in everywhere, whether we see in river, pond, lake, we can see water in every place. Like that, water sometimes it is very clean or pure, sometimes it is very impure water. And solid form of water like ice, snow and frost. Frost, you know, the small dust like particles of water vapor. Due to cold weather, the water vapor changes into frost in high altitude area, especially hilly area like Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh. We generally find snow and frost there. Water is solid state. Liquid water freezes at 0 degree Celsius. Winter is a season that you see a lot of solid water. When there is intense cold, the water in lake, pond and river get frozen into ice. Snow on high mountain like the Himalaya in the solid state of water. Water we generally see in the land area, but snow especially we see in winter season, especially in our country. Nowadays, whenever you will go to the northern part of our country, especially Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Jammu Kashmir, you will find Uttaranchal, you will find there water in snow form. And nowadays it is heavy snowfall is going on in North India. You can find there in hilly area, because water changes into water snow form in the high altitude area, where with the hill station area like Kullu Manali, like Srinagar, like Gangtok, Simla. These are the hill station area where we generally see snow in winter season. These are the 3 forms of water: solid, you can see ice; liquid water in the glass; and gas, that is water vapor. Water exists as a gas in called water vapor. Moisture in the air is actually amount of water vapor from the surface of the ocean, seas and lake and pond. This vapor water get mixed with the air. Changing water into water vapor is called evaporation. It is a continuous process and is placed all the time. Water vapor is a gaseous form water which we cannot see. Now also, when I am sitting here, around my around my side, you will find air is there. Air is there means water vapor also is there, because water vapor is a gas. A gas generally we cannot see in our naked eye. So water vapor process is going on every time throughout the day and night, especially daytime when there is sun. Due to heat of the sun, the water in the lake, river, pond, sea, wherever you find water, they get evaporated and rises up in the form of water vapor, and this process goes on continuously day after day, hour after hour. Water evaporates faster when it is heated. This is the reason that wet water faster than the sunlight in bright. Water evaporates when wet clothes on the sunshine. Plant release water vapor into air. We breathe out water vapor. On cooling, water vapor changes back into. Okay. Now, the process of evaporation takes place everywhere. If you put wet clothes outside to dry, you will find within 1 hour the clothes will dry, because whatever water is there in that those clothes being evaporated by the heat of the sun. One thing, plant also have water in the leaves, stem. Due to heat of the sun, might have seen the daytime when it is too hot in rainy season, the leaves get drier during daytime, only because due to heat of the sun, the water in the leaves get evaporated and rises up. That there also evaporation process takes place. When we cook something, especially tea, when you are cooking, mummy is preparing tea or cooking any food, we generally put water to it. And when the water gets started to boil there, it also changes from water to water vapor. Means wherever there is water, if there is heat is applied to it, the water will change into water vapor. Water is liquid form, water vapor that is changed, it is called gaseous form of water. On cooling, water vapor changes back into cloud, or the process of changing water vapor to liquid cooling is called condensation. That means when that evaporation process is going on, when the evaporation process is going on, if any cold surface or cold thing or cooling thing is kept over the water vapor, when we are boiling water for tea, that time the water starts to boil, the evaporation process takes place. That time if you put any lid over the water vapor, that time the water vapor will touch that lid or that dhakkan, you can say, plate. That water vapor will change from water vapor to water drop onto that plates, only because the plate is very cold. When the water vapor touches the cold surface, it changes from gaseous state to water vapor. Water vapor changes from gaseous state to liquid state. That process, changing of gaseous form of water into droplets of water, is called condensation. Like evaporation takes place due to heat of the when water get heated, liquid water changes into water vapor. When the cold surface touches the cold surface, that water vapor again changes back into liquid water. That process of changing from water vapor to liquid water due to cold surface, it is called condensation, or cooling is called condensation. Water as a solvent. A solvent is a liquid, a gas, and dissolve a solid, liquid and gas, resulting in solution. The substance that is dissolved in a liquid is called solute. For example, if we add a teaspoon of sugar in a glass of water, a sugar dissolves in the solute, and sweet water is solution. The most common solvent liquid are many dissolved in the water, so it is often referred as the sugar, common salt, glucose, potassium, permanganate, milk, oxygen, and carbon dioxide soluble in water. Now, water is called the solvent. Water is called solvent because most of the solid dissolve in water. Water is only one of the universal solvent. It is called only solvent where most of the solid like sugar, salt, soda, washing soda, potassium permanganate, glucose, milk, oxygen, carbon dioxide dissolve in it. easily we cannot find. If you take a glass of water and put 2 or 3 spoon of sugar to it or salt to it and stir it for some time, after some time you will find there is no particle of salt or sugar left in the water, because salt and sugar easily takes the place or within the water. The water being molecule space between water is having little bit gap. You can see in the picture the molecules of water having gap between them. In those gaps this salt and sugar particles get adjust, so we cannot see them. So it is said to be, this water is said to be the universal solvent because maximum solid dissolve not only solid, gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide gas also dissolve in water. So water having the is referred to be as universal solvent throughout the world. Excuse me. Weather is the day-to-day condition of a particular place. For example, it was raining today at school. Yesterday it was sunny at home. The weather is all around us all the time. It is an important part of our lives and one that we cannot control. Instead of weather, often control how and where we live, that we do, and where that works. Okay, that means weather is day-to-day changes of atmospheric condition. Means morning when you got up you found cloudy, clouds are there in the sky, so we say it cloudy weather. For after sometimes the sun comes out and it is bright day, that time we say it sunny weather. At evening 4 o'clock it starts to rain, everywhere there is water, we say it is wet weather. At night it is too cold, without muffler, sweater you cannot go out, that time we say it what? Cold weather. Means you can see throughout the day at least 4 to 5 times there is changes in weather. Means weather changes in every occasion, every moment there is a chance the weather will change. It doesn't last for long period of time, so we people adjust ourselves according to the weather where we live. Now climate is the common average weather condition at a particular place over a long period of time. Desert have a hot and dry climate, while the Antarctic has a very cold and dry climate. Climate is the longer version of weather. Means weather changes from day to day, but climate doesn't change like that. It takes at least 2 to 3 months to change. Like now we are having winter season, the climate is very cold now and it will last at least for January, February. Started from December, at least it will last for February, 2 to 3 months. This longer time it takes to continue. This climatic condition also prevails according to the place where we live. If it is a hilly area, there the climate will be too chilled, too cold. If it is ground area, it is near to the sea, the climate will be moderate, neither too hot nor too cold. So climate depends upon the place where we are living. So climate is the condition of weather which lasts for a particular period of time, that is called climate of that particular place. You can see sunny weather, sun is coming out in the clear sky. Next, foggy weather, fogs you can see everywhere in the atmosphere, white color fogs are there. It is not clearly visible that day if there is fog. Then cloudy weather, clouds are there in the sky. So it can take place in one day, these 3 weather conditions. That's why it is called weather. Cause of weather, there are many reasons for weather to change. First we will talk about wind. Wind is simply moving air. Sometimes it moves slowly, creating a gentle breeze. Other time it can move faster, creating a storm. We cannot see the wind, but we can see what it does to the tree outside. If you are outside in a windy day, you can feel the wind on your face. It can be a windy that is difficult to walk. In winter, very cold wind blow. We keep ourselves wrapped in woolen clothes. In summer, hot wind blow. This wind are called loo. We wear cotton clothes. Wind generally a light breeze blowing, halka hawa, that is light breeze, is called wind. But that light breeze, when it becomes faster, moves with a great speed, that is called storm. We have experienced many storms, and generally in the summer season, low pressure storms create very destruction everywhere. Plants get uprooted. You can see the picture here. The boy is walking behind the the tree totally bent, so big tree, due to this hard wind blowing, that is called storm. Wind generally have effect in our life. When it is blowing in the winter season, it is too cold. Generally in the hill station area or hilly area, people prefer to stay inside the home in winter season because it is too cold to go outside. The wind which is blowing outside is unbearable. It is too cold to tolerate. But if you go in the summer season in the outside desert area, especially desert area, we find so hot wind is blowing there that it is unbearable. That hot wind is called loo. Loo generally blows in the summer season, especially in desert area or the area near to the desert, where the climate is too hot, and over the sand the wind blow brings a too much warmth with it, that is called loo. And we generally prefer to wear cotton clothes in summer season to keep ourselves little bit cool. Then comes rain. Rain is also one of the cause of weather. Rainfall is a very common type of weather. Rain starts when small droplets of water in the cloud join together, when they become big and heavy and fall to the cloud as rain. Means the water vapor process is going on throughout the day. The water get evaporated from lake, river, pond, sea, well, everywhere where there is water, and goes to the higher altitude of the atmosphere. There they changes into water vapor, changes into cloud. This process goes on day after day, and when these clouds become too much heavy, these clouds means this water vapor becomes too much heavy, they cannot stay long for there in the atmosphere, and they starts to fall to the earth in the form of droplets of water, that is called water or rain. This water is called rain, and it goes on falling throughout the rainy season, at least 2 to 3 months. From the month of July, August, September, we have rainy season in India. Snow. During the winter month, snow falls from cloud instead of rain. We start off in the same way as rain. But this rain generally occur in the land area, plain area. But when we move in the winter season to the mountain area, hilly area, we see snowfall there. Mostly in the winter season nowadays, if you go to North India, there is a lot of snowfall is going on now. Next is hail. Hail falls as hailstone, which are like small balls of size. Large hailstone cause damage to crops and garden. Hail are the bigger version of snow. They are very hard. They are like almost like ice. They generally falls in the rain time when it is raining. Sometimes this rainwater converts into piece of ice due to the coldness or of the atmosphere through which the rainwater is passing. There they changes into ice particles and falls to the earth surface. We generally enjoy when it is hailstone, but sometimes the hailstone becomes so big in size. When it falls onto the earth, it can damage crops, it can damage the roof of the houses, then animals also who are outside. Then comes temperature. Temperature is the measure of how cold or hot somewhere is. Temperature is usually higher during the day when at night. Rural area are often cooler and town cities. This is because there are more building and factories in cities and town than that of villages. Temperature is also responsible for the change of weather. Temperature is high during summer season and low during winter season. Now temperature is low due to cold weather is there in the atmosphere. It is winter season. But generally when we go to village area in summer season, we find weather is not that much hot like cities or town. This is only because villages are surrounded with trees and green agricultural fields. There is hardly will find factories in cities, villages, but cities and towns are full of buildings, construction, bridges, towers, flats, apartments, road. There is hardly will find trees. Every tree is cut in the cities. So temperature is very high in summer in cities. Rather, you will find low in villages. Sunshine is also one of the reason for weather change. The sun appears to rise in the morning. It is not very hot in the morning. The weather becomes hot at noon. When the sun is overhead, it becomes pleasant. In the evening, night, in cooler than day. So during the course of single day, the weather changes many times. Means sunshines affect our weather a lot. Sun ray changes the weather. If it is cloudy, if sun ray comes, the cloud vanishes from there. This becomes too clear and it becomes hot. Means weather from cloudy weather, it was cold. When sun comes out in the sky, the weather become hot. So weather changes, especially when it is daytime. Weather changes due to the effect of sunlight. And night, generally there is no sun in the sky. That's why the weather becomes cold at night. Cloud is one of the reason for weather change. Clouds are made up of millions of tiny water droplets that are made from the warm moisture air in the sky, whether it cools down and condenses. There are many different types of clouds. Looking at them can help to predict the weather. Now cloud, as I told you, water vapor rises up from every place where there is water, like lake, pond, river, sea, ocean. You can find water get evaporated due to the heat of the sun. This water vapor goes to the higher part of the atmosphere. There it condenses and changes into water, changes into clouds. But they are lighter clouds. That time there doesn't rain. These clouds goes on accumulating, depositing day by day and becomes heavy. And this heavy cloud we generally see in the rainy season in the form of dark black color clouds floating in the sky. That can cause the rain anytime. When it rains, the weather changes from hot to cold. So cloud also have effect in weather. Humidity is how much water vapor in the air. The air is always evaporating and storing water from river, lake and ocean. Warm and dry air hold more than water vapor. Humidity is the percentage of percentage of water vapor present in the air. Humidity is always there in the water vapor is always there in the air. Humidity caused due to the quantity of water vapor in the air. We generally find very humid in the hot weather season. In summer season, it is difficult to adjust that time because the air contains so much water vapor that it becomes impossible for us to stay without AC. We generally use AC that time in summer season because of the humid condition of the air. But when you go to village area, there doesn't have that facility because humidity you will find less in the places where there is plants or greenery is there, or free from any type of impurities in the or pollution in the air. Where the air is polluted, their humidity level will be high. Fog and mist, we have seen a fog day and it is difficult to see fog form when warm moisture air comes in contact with cold ground. Fog and mist are like cloud on the ground. They are made up of lot of tiny water droplets. That is why they can sometimes get when walking around the hall. Fog is also a condition of weather. When in winter season we generally see fog. Nowadays anywhere you will find fog. Foggy weather is because water vapor condenses there. Water vapor changes due to high fall in the temperature, that is very cold temperatures. If there is very cold, it changes the water vapor in the air into fog, and fog doesn't make it clearly visible. We cannot see clearly due to that foggy condition. But mist are generally found in the hilly area, not in land area. Mist are this fog changes into snow particles due to very fall in temperature, due to 0 degree temperature or like that 0 to 5 degree temperature. We see the fog changes into particles of snow, that is called mist. Sometimes they fall as a form of rain in the hilly area, this mist. And everywhere you will find snow particles on the ground, like chalk particles are there, like that only you will find snow particles are there in the ground. You can see fog and mist difference. I have given you the picture fog. You can see it is impossible to see through fog, but not problem in mist. Mist are particles of snow that is falling on the ground. It has less effect on the atmosphere, but fog, complete control over the atmosphere, you cannot see anything. So children, this lesson is over. I am sure I have clear whatever is there in this lesson. Now please read the book and see the video. It will be a great help for you. If you read the book first, then you go through this video, you can understand easily. Very important lesson, good lesson, and many things to learn about weather. So my request to you, repeatedly you watch this video at home. Then the exercise part I will give you. You don't worry about that. That is different thing, but first try to understand the lesson. Children, thank you for watching this video. Till we meet again with such good lesson in future. Bye bye. Have a good day.